Then guys, okay, so come to stand in, make sure you've got a bit of space around you, we'll just get some movement going. Oh no, my lights are on. Do you know why my screen always looks so damn dark? Because it's actually ridiculously bright in here. Okay, so if you start rolling the shoulders or lifting your chest, standing nice and tall, lengthening through the spine, take a deep breath in, and exhale. There's nice big circles with the shoulder, or small if you prefer. Just getting some movement through the upper body. Okay, let's take them back the other way. Yeah, that's it. So forwards, down and back. Good. One more. Okay. So transfer your weight into one leg. Linda, if this isn't okay, then don't worry about it too much, but you could probably still do this with the weight in your heel. So transfer the weight into one leg, and with the other leg, I just want you to swing it backwards and forwards. Just get some movements going through the hip. That's it. So just watch out. If anyone's walking behind you, don't take them out. Or the cat. Linda, did you actually just check your cat then? He always makes an appearance, doesn't he? You don't have to add the arms in, but you can if you want to. Find it helps with balance. That's it. So I should start to see the sole of your feet now, guys, as you bring your leg up a little bit higher. Good, okay. Put that foot down, transfer your weight into that leg, keep a soft knee, so slight bend. Then we're just going to go backwards and forwards with the other leg. That's it, so take it in front of you and behind. Try not to throw your back into it, make sure it's just coming from the hip. And your torso is staying still. That's it, add the arms in if you want to. Only if you want to. That's it, you can hold on to a piece of furniture around you if you want to. I didn't do this as a balance test, it's literally just to get some movement and to get some heat in those muscles. Okay, now I'm just going to lower my screen so you can see my legs. So we're going to bring our knee up, you're going to take it up to the side and then place it back down. Then go again on the other side, so alternate sides, up and over. That's it. Crunch, crunch, crunch. That's it. So again, lifting the chest, core is nice and braced. We're not throwing off back into it. Yeah. But like I was doing some sort of crazy dance for a second there. Good. Okay. Now just take the feet out nice and wide. Push your hips back. So tip from the hips. Push your bum behind you. I'm going to bend my knees, take your weight over, and then push over to the other side. That's it. So the weight is in your heels. Heels are on a straight line. Feet just outside of hip width. You can take it a little bit wider and a little bit lower if you want to. You can start to reach for the floor. That's it. Keep the back nice and neutral, belly button pulled in, and just push those hips behind you. That's it. One more to each side. I tend to keep going forever when I start that one. I like that one. Okay, then come to the front of your mat if you're using one. Make sure you've got some space behind you. Okay. Okay, just bring your hands together. Take a nice deep breath in, lift your chest. Make sure your feet are planted, about hip width apart. Front of the toes lines up with the front of your mat. Yeah, just ground yourself onto the floor. Take a deep breath, pull that belly button in, lift the chest, shoulders are up, back and down. Good, okay. Deep breath in, extend up to the ceiling. Exhale, we're going to forward fold. Drop your chest to the top of your thighs. Inhale, straighten your back, look up. Exhale, then we're going to step back, right then left leg. Hold your plank. Keep your weight forward, shoulders in line with your hips. Tip your weight forward over your palms, squeeze the elbows in, and then drop the chest as you lower down to the floor. Oh God, I've completely disappeared now. That's it, so pull the shoulders back, lift the chest, breathe in, exhale, tuck your toes under, push your hips up and your heels down. Pull your shoulder blades back and down. Imagine you're trying to tuck them in your pocket. That's it. Lift that little space between your hands. Take some deep breaths. Hold it here. Pull that belly button right into the back of the ribs. Okay, if you need to, take hold of your right leg and pull it up to your hands, or just lunge that right leg forward. Then step it in with the left. And we're going to roll up super slowly, stacking the vertebrae of your spine one at a time, but we're trying to keep that length in between them. Exhale at the top. Let's go again on the left. Breath in, reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, straighten your back, look up. Exhale, we're going to lunge back with the left leg. Join it with the right. Hold your plank. Let's see if we can hold it a little bit longer now. Make sure your hips aren't dipping down towards the mat. Good, squeeze those elbows in, come down from the chest. Hips come down, thighs come down. Release the toes. Keep a slight bend in your elbow if this is too much for your lower back. Can't really see, but my arms are straight. That's it, hold it there, guys. Where are we? Okay, tuck your toes under, push your hips up, heels down. Feet in slightly. Push those heels down. Don't worry if you can't get them to the floor, just aim to get them towards it. Good, then lunge your left leg forward. Hold it here. Then step that right leg in. Roll up. So we're trying to keep the legs straight here. And we're just rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Breathing in and pulling that belly button in, and then exhale at the top. I'm going to get my screen right today. Good, let's go again, guys. Deep breath in. Reach up towards the ceiling. Separate your hands, bring them behind you, link them behind your back. Squeeze your glutes together and push your hips forward for a nice back bend. Good, exhale. Swan dive down. Inhale, straighten your back, look up. Bend both knees. You can lunge your right leg back or jump both feet together. Make sure you land soft and silent. Hold your plank. Separate your feet out if you need to for your balance. Good, this time when we come down, we're going to lower the chest super slowly. You're going to try and keep the thighs off the floor. So you squeeze your thighs, keep that tension in the arms. Good, exhale, tuck your toes under, push your hips up and your heels down. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. Okay, you can lunge your right leg forward, or you can jump. So if you're jumping, bend the knees, push your hips back, and then jump both feet in towards your hands, and roll it up. Good, exhale at the top. Okay, let's go through it again, but this time take it at your own pace. Add the extras in, only if you want them, you don't have to. Okay, one more time, guys. Take it at your own pace. Try and work through the areas that you feel you're not so strong on slowly so you can really concentrate on those. Good, guys, just come to standing when you've gone through, but just take your time, don't rush them. Okay, well done, guys, hopefully your muscles are a little bit fuller now. Okay, take a deep breath, lift your chest, pull your belly button in. Let's get back to a nice strong posture. Walk your heels underneath your hips. Brace your core. Okay. Again, can't see my feet. Okay. I'm going to transfer the weight into one leg. We're going to take a tree pose. So the sole of your foot pushes against the side of your leg. You can take it either below the knee joint, above the knee joint, or you can tap your heel on the leg and rest your foot on the floor for a little bit of balance if you need it. Okay, so hold it here, push the palms together, turn your knee out slightly, so externally rotate from the hip, turning the knee away. Your supporting leg, keep a slight bend in it, yeah? That's it, hold it here. That's it, pull your chest up, shoulder blades back and down, nice strong posture. Good, and then breathe in and extend the arms up. Oh, that did it, didn't it, Joss? You're doing so well. Don't worry. If you need to, tap the foot on the floor. Yeah, that's your option. Good. Push the palms together, that's going to really help. Okay, separate the arms out, bring them down, and tip from the hips, drop your chest down towards the floor. Yeah, well done, guys. Okay, have a little shake out if you need to. Transfer your weight into the other leg. So we take our foot up, really push your foot against the side of your leg. That's going to really help and keep nice, strong posture. For some reason, my socks seem too slippery to do this today. So if you need to, take your socks off. That's it, push the palms together, turn the knee outwards, so it's not facing forwards, it's coming out to the side. Good, once you're nice and stable, take a deep breath in and extend your arms up. That's it, so your shoulder blades are staying back and down, don't let them flare out. Push the palms together. That's it, keep the chest lifted, take some deep breaths. If you want to, you can try and close your eyes, but you will find that it makes you wobble slightly. Harder to balance when your eyes are closed. Have a go. Yeah, much harder. Although you guys are looking amazing. Okay, on the next exhale, take the arms down, bring them behind you, just tip from the hips, drop your chest. And lower down. Well done, guys. Have a little shake off. Okay, we're going to come down to the floor now. Here we go. I can't seem to get my angles right on my laptop today. Not really sure why. Okay, so come on all fours. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Take a nice deep breath in and scoop your belly button in, round your back up towards the ceiling. And exhale and drop it down. That's it, big deep breath in, right into the back of the ribs. Exhale and release. Someone's got a lot of birds outside their house this morning. Sounds like an episode of Springwatch. Yeah, okay, take the toes together, walk your knees apart slightly. We're just going to rock backwards and forwards on the palms of our hands. So push your hips back, and then take your weight forwards over the palm of your hands. Once you're comfortable with that, walk them out a little bit wider. Okay, so it should feel quite nice. If anyone got any pain doing this, No? Excellent. Okay, you can stay there, or you can take your legs out so your ankle is in line with your knee and your toes are facing away from the body. And then you can try sitting back here, so it just makes that stretch a little bit more intense. If you want to, come down on your forearms, keep pressing the hips back and then taking the weight forwards. And so we're going to keep going with this until one day our thighs are parallel with the floor. Isn't that right, Joss? Yeah, so just take it backwards and forwards. Yeah, okay. Bring your knees back in, back under you. Push your hips back and stretch your arms out. That's it. Roll your shoulders back and down. You're going to walk it over to the right. Take a little bit further if you want to. And we're going to walk it back into the centre and over to the left. Keep pushing your hips back into your heels as you do this. Take some nice deep breaths in. Enjoy this one, guys. Good. Walk it into the centre. Drop the elbows. So we want the elbows underneath the shoulders. Your arms can be out in front of you, or if you need a bit more support, take the elbows out a little bit wider and link your fingers together. You're going to stiff out one leg and then the other. Make sure your body is in a nice straight line. Shoulders in line with the hips, no bums in the air. Shouldn't be able to see your bum above your head. Yeah. Equally, we also don't want our hips dropping down towards the floor. Okay, we're going to rock forwards and back. So it's called a saw. If you imagine when you're sawing, it goes backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. It doesn't go up and down, up and down. It's forward, back, yeah? I'll show you from the side so you can see what I mean. Okay, body starts off in a straight line. Take it forwards, then push back, forwards, back. So you're pushing your weight forward over the elbows, then bringing it back. You can really feel this on your core. Okay, a couple more. And drop to the knees. Walk yourself back up on your hands. And then just come back into a child's pose. Yeah, come back on your hands and knees. I'm going to go through that cat to cow again. So deep breath in, scoop the belly button out, round your back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, drop it away. Yeah, okay, you set yourself somewhere in the middle of those two positions where your hips are level, back is neutral and your core is braced. We're going to extend the opposite arm and opposite leg out. Have a little pause when you're fully extended. Bring it back in, place back down, and then go again on the other side. Now what we're aiming for is to keep your torso completely still, so nothing else moves apart from the arm and the leg that you're extending. Let's go for 10 on each side. Try and keep the leg in line with the hip, so you're extending the leg out, it's not extending up. That causes your back to arch. If you kick it up too high, then you hyperextend. Yeah, keep those hips in the centre. When you pick up one knee on one hand, you might find that you tend to rock over and your weight transfers more into the supporting knee. Try not to. Try and press evenly through the hands and through the knee. That's it. Just keep looking down at the floor while you do this to try and keep your spine nice and long. That's it. Looking good, guys. So 10 on each side, and then just rest in a child's pose. I'll know when everyone's ready to move on. I've been talking too much and I've lost count. Story of my life. That's it. Don't forget the pause. And you're fully extended. Beautiful. Good work, guys. That's it. Pick a spot, focus on it. Just keep looking at that. That's going to help with your balance. Don't worry about anything else that's going on around you. Keep looking at that spot. And take your time with it. Don't rush them. The slower you go, the more of a challenge it is. So it's actually better for you to slow it right down. Rest in child's pose. You can either take the arms up above, or if you want, you can bring them down by your side and turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Just allow your back to round. Feels quite nice. Okay, don't get too comfortable there, guys. We're coming back up again, and we're going to build on what we've just done. So this time, we're going to extend. We're going to bring the knee to the elbow, then we're going to extend. So it's a double extension. So extend opposite arm, opposite leg. Bring them in, try and touch your knee to your elbow. Extend them out, bring them back down. So out, in together, out, in, down, yeah? We'll go 8 on each side. Even harder, it has to work even harder to stabilize those hips because they're going to want to bounce around all over the place. Don't let them. Keep bracing that core. Keep your belly button pulled in. Keep your back as neutral as you possibly can. You should feel that crunch in your abdominals when you bring your elbow to your knee and then extend out. That's it. Use your abdominals to pull the elbow to the knee. Good, beautiful. And again, don't rush the reps. Take your time with it. You need to rest at any point. You can have a few cats, cows. If you start to find that you're starting to feel a bit of an ache in your back, you can stop and reset. We don't want to feel pain in our back when we're doing this. Or any other time, really. So out, together, out, back down. Yeah, just 8 on each side of these ones, guys. Good. When you've done your 8 on each side, I want you to come all the way down onto your front and then just rest with your hands under your chin. And I know when you're ready to move on. Screens are looking very dark. I'm not sure why. Thing is, it may be because it's so bright outside. You all just look like shadowy figures. Okay, so press your quads into the floor and your hips. Bring your arms out. So your elbows are in line with your shoulders. Scooch back a bit so you can see. And you've got a 90-degree bend from the elbow. We're just going to come up, lift the chest, pull the elbows back, place them back down. So your lower back doesn't get involved. We're trying to work the mid back here. So lift the chest, pull the elbows back, get that pinch in between your shoulder blades, yeah? And then lower back down. Doesn't have to be a huge movement. You don't have to come all the way up. That just puts it into the lower back. So just come up, squeeze, and slowly lower back down. Try and fight gravity on the way back down. Don't let it just drop down to the mat. Fight against it. That's it. Keep the glutes squeezed. Keep pressing your quads and hips into the mat. Toes are just relaxed. Squeeze. So the elbows are pressing right in towards the back of the rib cage. Give me 2 more of those. Good, okay. Have a little stretch if you need to. If you need to come up into cat to cow, that's fine, go for it. Or actually, we'll come on our hands and knees and we'll do some scapular press ups just to relieve your upper back a little bit. So arms stay straight, it's not a press up. Drop your chest and push up through the palm of your hands. So you can do this on your knees, or if you're feeling particularly upper body strong today, you can try on your toes. So your chest drops down to the floor, you push away through your palms, you do not bend the elbow and do a press up, yeah? So drop the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then push it away, and you're separating your shoulder blades out. Going for a bit of a stretch of the muscles we've just worked. Then when you've done enough of those, come down, back onto your front. Take your arms overhead. We're going to come into some swimmers now to work the lower back. So squeeze your glutes. Keep looking down at your mat to keep your spine nice and long. And we're just going to bring opposite arm, opposite leg up. And lower back down. Again, we're fighting gravity on the way back down. So don't lift up and let your hands and foot collapse back to the floor. Fight it on the way down. That's it, good guys. Keep those glutes squeezed for a bit more tension. Okay, just making it worse. Sorry, trying to sort out my screen. You feel it working the lower back now. That's it. Keep those glutes squeezed. Imagine you've got a 50-pound note in between your bum cheeks, and if you've still got hold of it by the end of this exercise, then you can keep it. Unfortunately, due to social distancing, I can't actually give you a 50-pound note, so. That's it. Fight it on the way down. Give me 1 more to each side. Good, and then we're going to flip over, roll all the way onto your back, and then just tuck your knees into your chest and have a little rock. That's it, hug your knees, have a little rock from side to side, massage your spine into the mat. Good, okay, we're going to make this movement a little bit bigger. So take your arms out to the side, palms down, pressing into the floor. And take your knees from side to side. Keep them together. Keep a 90-degree bend in the knee. And just take them as far as they want to go. Don't force your knees to touch the floor if they don't want to. Keep them squeezed together. Keep your ankles pressed together. Good, okay, the next time you're over to your right, let the knees drop to the right side and look over to your left. A lovely spinal twist there. Make sure both shoulders stay pressing on the mat. Okay, switch over. So take the knees over to the left and look over to the right. That's it. So both hands and shoulders are still pressing on the mat. Don't lose contact. Good, okay, bring it back into the middle. We're going to come back up for some core work. So, feet up. Your knees come above the hips. We're just going to take the soles, the feet together, but your knees apart. That's it. So don't bring your knees too far in towards your chest. Keep them above the hip, no further forward. Okay, so extend your arms up above your head. Link your fingers together. Take a deep breath in, and then we're going to exhale, and we're going to crunch up. As we exhale, we're going to drop it back down to the mat. So as you crunch up, peel your shoulders off the mat and feel your ribs pushing down towards your hips. Yeah, that's it. Keep your chin up. But just see if you can pull a little bit further off the mat each time. That's it. Feel those abdominals working. Okay, we've got 3 more. That's good. Good, okay, hug the knees back into your chest, have a little rock. Okay, have a little stretch off while I show you the next exercise. We are going to row your boat, or Russian twist as you might know it from the gym, but we're not going to do it super fast like we would in the gym. If you want to, if you've got a water bottle nearby, you might, oh, I don't actually have one, you might want to hold it. Okay, so we're going to get ourselves set up first of all. I want you to bend the knees but keep your heels on the floor. Pull your chest up or roll your shoulder blades back and down. Then I want you to lean back. When you feel your core start to shake and start to switch on, start to work, then you stop. Then you lift your heels. Once you've got your balance, you then start twisting from side to side. Yeah? Okay. When you're ready, if you want to, you can keep your heels on the floor, but it just means that you just need to lean a little bit further back to still get the same work in your core. We're working your obliques as well, you should feel it in the muscles running down the side. So if you want to, you can tap your water bottle side to side. I think I've got some baby dumbbells. Or you can just tap your hands. You don't need to tap anything. It just feels a bit strange not tapping anything. But rather than doing it how I see some people doing it at the gym, it's not a race when we're rowing this boat. Slow and controlled. That's it. So we want to go all the way around to touch whatever you've got on the floor. We want our eyes to follow the dumbbells. We're not keeping our head in the centre. You don't get much of a twist then. We're coming all the way round with it. We're bringing both shoulders round, so we're really twisting and using those obliques. That's it. Keep going, guys. Then two more to each side. Keep that chest pulled up. Make sure that your back isn't rounding and your shoulders aren't dropping forwards. Keep it lifted. And then if you want to, just have a little stretch. Arch your back and then round it. Okay. So you can use water bottle or nothing, it's up to you. If you're not using anything, we're just going to go back into our position. We're just going to come out. Yeah. Or if you're using a dumbbell or a water bottle, whatever you've got, doesn't really matter, you don't need to. The dumbbell comes out into a fly, change hands. Yeah. So we're adding a bit of the chest fly. Your arm stays at the same height as your shoulder. Good. And again, if you want to keep your heels on the floor, that's absolutely fine. Just lean back a little bit further so your core is still working. That's it. Swap hands, come out. That's it. So come out to the point where your elbow is kind of in line with your torso. Don't take it all the way behind you. Good, guys. Keep that chest lifted. That's it. Give me one more to each side. Good. Then just place your dumbbell down. Swing your legs round. Come up on your knees for me. Separate your arms out and take a thumbs up, like you're hitchhiking from either side. That's it. Open up the chest. Then we're going to rotate so our thumbs are facing down towards the floor, and then bringing them out behind you. That's it. Lift the chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Good. And shake it out. Release. Okay. Come back into child's pose for me. The knees under hips, then push your hips back and sit back on your heels. Bring your right arm through the left and place your head on the floor in that direction. Yeah, okay, bring that right hand up to its starting position and then bring the left hand through that right arm. Place your head on the mat to look in that direction. Okay, bring that hand back up. Push yourself back up on your hands. Tuck your toes under. Push your hips up and your heels down, so back into your downward dog position. You're just going to stay here for a bit longer. So pull that belly button in. Bring your shoulder blades back and down. Try and work those heels down towards the floor. Let's start to walk them. So bend one knee and straighten the other leg, and then swap it over. Just taking that stretch into the calves. Good. Okay, then push both heels down and your hips back up. Lift your left leg up. Send the leg away. Then I want you to curl your heel in towards your bum and then twist it over to the right. Really feel that hip opening. Yeah, place it back down. Reset yourself. Pick your right leg up. Curl your heel in towards your bum and then take it over to the left side. Keep your hips square. Yeah, place it down. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Bend your knees if you need to. I'm just going to hold it here in a forward fold. So if you can't quite get your hands down towards the floor with the legs straight, what you can do is take hold of the opposite elbow and just let the weight pull you down into a nice forward fold. I'm just going to move my screen because we're not going to be on the floor now. Okay, so just hold on to the opposite elbow, let the weight pull you down, or if you're flexible enough already, you can take hold of the opposite elbow behind the legs and just use that to get your chest further towards the top of your thighs. Just let the head hang. Good, okay, release the arms, roll up slowly. Keeping that belly button pulled in. Okay, arms out. Still don't have a head. Arms out. Cross them over, turn the palms around to face each other, then link hands together. Take your chin to your chest. Just got that lovely stretch on the upper back, on the back of your shoulders. Okay, release your hands. Pull your elbows in towards your stomach. Bend the knees and just rest the elbows on the knees. You're rounding your back. Taking the stretch into the mid-back. Good, roll it back up. Take one arm up and one arm down, and then just pull them back, keeping the chest lifted. Good, nice deep breath in. On the exhale, I want you to bend your knees and then swap the arms over, pull them back. Good, that's it. You can do that a couple more times if you want to. Just because it feels nice, why not? Good, and bring both arms down by your side and you're all done. Well done, guys.